"Do not judge, or you too will be judged," Matthew 7:1, is a powerful statement attributed to Jesus. It appears in the Gospel of Matthew, part of the New Testament. These words have been echoed through centuries, carrying a timeless message. They remind us of the importance of withholding judgment. When Jesus spoke these words, he aimed to change perspectives. He wanted people to focus on their own actions. The quote emphasizes self-reflection over criticism. It encourages us to look inward before casting opinions on others. This statement is not just a warning, it's an invitation to practice humility. Jesus knew that judgment often comes from a place of pride or misunderstanding. By advising against it, he promoted a more compassionate world. During Jesus' time, society was vastly different from what we know today. The social fabric was tightly woven with religious and cultural norms that dictated everyday life. There were strict social norms and religious laws that governed behavior, interactions, and even thoughts. People often judged each other based on these rules, creating a society where appearances and adherence to the law were paramount. Pharisees, the religious leaders of the time, were particularly known for their judgmental attitudes. They held significant influence over the community. These leaders followed the law meticulously and were quick to criticize those who did not. Jesus, however, challenged these norms head-on. He advocated for love over legalism, emphasizing compassion and understanding above strict adherence to the law. His teachings often upset the status quo, causing a stir among those who were comfortable with the existing order. He urged his followers to look beyond mere appearances and rigid rules to see the true essence of a person. Instead, he wanted them to see the heart and intentions behind actions, promoting a deeper sense of empathy and connection. The cultural backdrop was one of division, with clear lines drawn between different social and religious groups. Jews were under Roman rule, and tensions were high. Jesus' message was radical in this context. It called for unity and understanding, breaking down the barriers that divided people. By saying, "Do not judge," he encouraged breaking barriers and fostering a community based on mutual respect and love. This historical context helps us understand the profound weight of Jesus' words and actions. He was not just speaking to individuals but addressing a whole society entrenched in its ways. His teachings were meant to create a ripple effect of kindness, transforming the community from within. In the Bible, judgment is more than just forming an opinion. It involves making a verdict about someone's character or actions. The Bible warns against this because humans are imperfect. Only God can judge fairly, knowing all hearts and intentions. Judgment in biblical terms can lead to condemnation. It can create divisions and hurt relationships. Jesus wanted to avoid this among his followers. He taught them to be forgiving and understanding instead. The Greek word for judge, krino, has a legal connotation. It implies a final decision, which is why it's significant. Jesus was not against discernment. He was against harsh, final judgments that disregard mercy. Understanding judgment this way shows its seriousness. It's not just about opinions, but about the potential harm they can cause. Jesus' teaching was a call to be cautious with our assessments of others. Today, judgment has taken on new forms. Social media amplifies our opinions. It's easy to criticize others from behind a screen. This digital age has made judgment swift and often harsh. People are judged for their appearance, beliefs, and actions. Modern interpretations of Jesus' teaching remind us to pause. We are encouraged to think before we type or speak. The essence remains the same. Focus on understanding rather than criticizing. This is especially important in our connected world. In modern society, judgment also affects mental health. Constant scrutiny can lead to anxiety and depression. Jesus' message is more relevant than ever. It advocates for a kind, supportive community. Despite technological advances, human nature hasn't changed much. We still struggle with judgment. By revisiting Jesus' words, we can strive for a more empathetic society. Jesus' teachings are rooted in love and compassion. He often spoke of loving your neighbor as yourself. This encompasses patience, understanding, and forgiveness. Do not judge is part of this broader message. Love means accepting others with their flaws. It's about seeing beyond mistakes. Jesus showed this love through his actions. He healed the sick and ate with sinners. He demonstrated that everyone deserves compassion. Compassion is about putting yourself in another's shoes. It's about empathy and kindness. Jesus' life was a testament to these values. He wanted his followers to embody them too. Judgment hinders compassion, which is why he warned against it. By focusing on love, Jesus offered an alternative to judgment. He encouraged building bridges, not walls. His message is timeless and continues to inspire many today. Section 6. Supporting Bible passages. Several Bible passages support Jesus' teaching on judgment. These passages are not just historical texts but living words that continue to guide and inspire us today. In John chapter 8 verse 7, Jesus says, "Let any one of you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone." This powerful statement challenges us to look inward before casting judgment on others. This highlights our shared imperfections. It reminds us that we all have flaws, and that understanding and compassion should be our first response. It discourages judgment and promotes self-reflection. By focusing on our own growth, we can become better individuals and create a more understanding community. Another passage, Luke chapter 6 verse 37, echoes this sentiment. "Do not judge, and you will not be judged." This verse encourages us to practice empathy and kindness. Do not condemn, and you will not be condemned. It teaches us the value of forgiveness and the importance of giving others the benefit of the doubt. Forgive, and you will be forgiven. This simple yet profound message encourages us to let go of grudges and embrace a spirit of reconciliation. These words reinforce the importance of mercy. They remind us that showing mercy to others is a reflection of the mercy we hope to receive. The Bible is filled with stories that illustrate these teachings. These stories are timeless and continue to offer valuable lessons for our daily lives. The parable of the Good Samaritan is one example. It is a story that transcends time and culture, teaching us the importance of helping others. It shows love transcending judgment. The Samaritan's actions were driven by compassion, not by preconceived notions or biases. The Samaritan helped a stranger without hesitation or judgment. This act of kindness is a powerful reminder of the good we can do when we act with love. These passages remind us of the core of Jesus' message. They call us to live lives filled with grace, humility, and love. They encourage us to live with grace and humility. By embodying these values, we can make a positive impact on the world around us. They show us a path to a more loving world. A world where understanding and compassion are at the forefront of our interactions. Section 7. Relatable examples of non-judgment. Non-judgment is a practice we can all strive for. Imagine a workplace where colleagues support rather than criticize. It leads to a positive environment. Employees feel valued and perform better. Consider friendships built on understanding. When friends listen without judgment, relationships grow. They become sources of comfort and strength. This reflects Jesus' teaching in everyday life. Even in families, non-judgment can make a difference. Parents who guide with patience rather than harshness foster trust. Children feel safe to express themselves and learn from their mistakes. These examples show the power of non-judgment. They illustrate how Jesus' words can transform our interactions. By embracing this teaching, we create a more harmonious world. Section 8. Promoting empathy in today's world. Empathy is the antidote to judgment. It involves understanding others' feelings and perspectives. In today's diverse world, empathy is crucial. It bridges gaps and fosters unity. Promoting empathy starts with listening. When we listen, we learn. It helps us see beyond our biases. Jesus modeled this by engaging with people from all walks of life. His empathy was boundless. Education can also promote empathy. Schools teaching emotional intelligence create compassionate students. It prepares them to interact with others kindly. This aligns with Jesus' vision of a loving community. Incorporating empathy into daily life can reduce judgment. It encourages acceptance and cooperation. By following Jesus' example, we can build a more inclusive society. Section 9. Conclusion. Embracing the teaching. Do not judge, or you too will be judged, is more than a warning. It is a profound call to action, urging us to reflect on our own behaviors and attitudes. It's an invitation to live a life of love and compassion. This teaching encourages us to foster deeper connections with those around us. Jesus' teaching challenges us to look beyond appearances and mistakes. It asks us to see the inherent worth in every individual. By embracing this teaching, we promote empathy and understanding. We learn to walk in others' shoes and appreciate their journeys. We create a world where everyone feels valued, a world where kindness and respect are the norms. It's a step towards the kind of community Jesus envisioned, a community built on mutual respect and love, one where love triumphs over judgment. where we uplift each other rather than tear each other down. In our modern world, these words are as relevant as ever. They remind us to pause and consider our actions and words. They remind us of our shared humanity, that despite our differences we are all connected. By practicing non-judgment, we honor Jesus' legacy. We become beacons of his teachings in our daily lives. We contribute to a more peaceful and compassionate society, a society where everyone has a place and feels seen. Let us strive to see the best in others, to recognize their potential and goodness, to listen and understand before we judge, to offer a helping hand rather than a critical eye. In doing so, we fulfill a fundamental part of Jesus' message. A message that calls us to be better, to love more deeply. A message that encourages us to love one another just as he loved us. Let this teaching guide our actions and shape our world.